1. Moments ago, fans of Heartland were left stunned. Under the glow of arena lights, secrets cracked open, loyalties were tested, and one decision changed everything. What was meant to be a moment of triumph for the Bartlett Fleming family turned into a night of silent heartbreak, a chapter that could redefine the entire future of Heartland itself. Under the Lights isn't just another episode, it's the breaking point. The moment when hope collides with pride and when the calm of the Alberta ranch gives way to the blinding tension of ambition. In this episode, we see the truth that's been building for years finally rise to the surface. Amy's choices come under fire. Lou faces the public more than she ever wanted. And somewhere in the shadows of that rodeo stadium, someone watches. Someone who knows far more than they should. The lights shine bright, but the shadows tell the real story. It begins quietly, as it always does in Heartland. A cold morning, the horses restless, the family stretched thin between dreams and duty. But this time, something feels different. Amy Fleming stands in the paddock, her breath catching in the crisp air, the weight of her next performance pressing on her shoulders. She's been under pressure before, but this time, it's not about the horses. It's about reputation, about identity, about proving that she still carries the same unbreakable spark that defined her from the very beginning. The episode opens with a scene drenched in tension. Lou is on the phone, pacing through the kitchen, her mayoral campaign tangled in controversy after a leaked video questions her leadership during a recent town crisis. Jack watches from his chair, silent but concerned, his eyes full of the wisdom that only decades of heartbreak can teach. The Bartlett family has survived loss, betrayal, and change, but what's coming now feels different. It's not an outside threat. It's something internal, a fracture forming within the heart of the family itself. Then comes the invitation that sets the episode in motion. A major equestrian event, televised, sponsored, political. Lou insists Amy compete, arguing it's good for Heartland's image. Amy hesitates. She doesn't care about image, she cares about purpose. But with the ranch's finances still tight and tensions rising in Hudson, she agrees. It's a decision that will change everything. From the first moment under those bright lights, the tone shifts. The roar of the crowd, the flash of cameras, the echo of Amy's horse thundering across the arena, it's cinematic, powerful, and haunting all at once. Yet beneath the cheers, there's unease. Someone's missing. Tim, who promised to be there, hasn't shown. A voicemail left unanswered. A text read but ignored. It's a small detail, but in Heartland, small details always hide big truths. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Lou's campaign manager is whispering something she shouldn't, that Lou's opponents plan to use Amy's performance as a political weapon. If she wins, Lou looks like a proud local hero. If she loses, Lou looks like a liability, a sister who can't even manage her own family. The manipulation is brutal, but Lou stays silent. Her entire future is now tangled up in her sister's ride. As the episode moves deeper into the night, we see Amy's inner storm unfolding. Every jump, every turn, every moment in the ring is a battle between who she was and who she's becoming. The crowd cheers, but her face tells another story, one of pressure, loss, and defiance. She's fighting not just to prove herself, but to remember why she started riding in the first place. Then, a flicker in the stands. The camera lingers. Someone unexpected is watching. Ty's old friend, seen only once before, now back with a mysterious look. The audience feels it instantly. A ghost from Amy's past, perhaps holding an answer she's not ready to face. His presence is brief but deliberate. And when Amy locks eyes with him, her focus wavers for the first time. The horse stumbles. The crowd gasps. Silence fills the arena. For a heartbeat, time stands still. She recovers, somehow finishing the performance with flawless grace, but the damage is done. The whispers begin. Lou's expression freezes. Jack lowers his head. And as Amy exits the ring, Her face says it all. Something is breaking inside her, something she can't explain. That night, the family gathers around the kitchen table, tension thick as fog. Lou tries to speak, but Amy cuts her off. "I'm not a campaign tool, Lou." The line lands like thunder. Years of suppressed frustration pour out, the struggle to balance personal dreams with public duty, the exhaustion of being strong for everyone else. For the first time, Amy's composure cracks. Lou fires back, accusing Amy of living in the past, refusing to move on, refusing to grow. It's raw, ugly, and painfully real. Jack tries to calm them, but the words are already out. The silence that follows is heavier than any storm. In the final minutes of the first act, Amy steps outside. The lights from the arena still glow in the distance, casting long shadows across the field. She looks toward the stars, toward something unseen. And for a moment, she seems utterly alone. Her hand trembles slightly as she touches the horse's mane, whispering something the camera doesn't catch. The air feels electric, as if fate itself is holding its breath. Something is coming. Something that could change everything the Bartlett-Fleming family believes about loyalty, love, and legacy. Because in Heartland, the most dangerous storms aren't the ones that hit from the outside. They're the ones that start quietly, in the spaces between family, between pride, and forgiveness. The next morning arrives heavy and silent. The frost outside glistens like glass, the horses restless in the early chill. Inside the house, nobody speaks at breakfast. The words from last night still hang in the air, unspoken but alive, like embers that refuse to die. Lou sits with her coffee, staring at her phone, messages from the campaign team flooding in. Every headline repeats the same thing: Heartland hero falters under pressure. The world has turned Amy's stumble into a spectacle, twisting her pain into political gossip. Jack can see it. The way Amy avoids eye contact, the way Lou hides behind the morning news. He's watched this family survive tragedy before, but this feels different. This isn't grief. This is fracture. Quiet, slow, invisible. The kind that creeps into the soul and splits families apart from the inside. He warns Lou gently, "You're fighting the wrong battle." But she doesn't answer. For Lou, the damage has already been done. The election is weeks away, and public perception matters more than pride. Then, in the stillness, a truck appears on the horizon. Amy looks up through the kitchen window, and the breath leaves her chest. It's him, Ty's old friend, the one she saw in the crowd. His name is Nathan, and he's carrying something that shouldn't exist. A letter, sealed and weathered, written in Ty's unmistakable handwriting. He says he found it tucked inside an old saddlebag that was meant for Amy years ago. He hesitated to bring it forward, unsure if it was real, unsure if it would heal or destroy her. Amy takes the letter without a word. She walks outside, stands in the quiet of the yard, and unfolds it. The paper shakes in her hands. Ty's words spill across the page like a ghost's whisper, not of goodbye, but of hope. He writes about purpose, about light, about never letting the noise of the world silence what the heart knows to be true. It's a message meant for a time when she'd need it most. And tonight, under the weight of failure, betrayal, and exhaustion, she finally does. Tears fall silently, but she doesn't crumble. Something in her shifts. The heartbreak transforms into focus, a quiet, dangerous kind of strength. She walks back inside, places the letter on the table, and tells Lou, "You've got your politics. I've got my truth." The simplicity of it cuts through the noise. Jack smiles faintly, the kind of smile that says he's seen storms come and go, and this one too will pass. But Lou doesn't smile. She sees it as defiance, a refusal to stand beside her when she needs the family most. By afternoon, rumors begin to spread in town. Someone from the campaign team leaks a recording. Lou's private frustration about Amy's reckless riding during the show. The media spins it instantly. Now it isn't just Amy under the lights. It's Lou, too. A sister accused of throwing her own blood under the bus for political survival. The phones won't stop ringing. Supporters are demanding answers. In Hudson, the town begins to divide. Some stand by Lou, believing she's trying to protect the community's image. Others rally behind Amy, claiming she's the soul of Heartland and should never be used as a political pawn. The argument moves from kitchen tables to social media, from barns to bars. Old wounds reopen. Debates about legacy, tradition, and what Heartland truly means. At sunset, Amy returns to the stables. Nathan is there, waiting. He tells her that Ty had once dreamed of turning Heartland into something bigger, not a business, but a sanctuary for young riders who'd lost their way. It's an idea that fills Amy with both grief and purpose. Maybe that's the path forward. Maybe that's how she rebuilds. But before she can respond, Jack appears in the doorway. His face is pale, serious. He's holding the newspaper, the morning edition. Across the front page, the headline screams, "Lou Bartlett under fire. Family turn against her." The story claims Amy has refused to speak to her sister and that the ranch is on the verge of collapse. It's fiction, but the damage is real. Lou's political team wants her to publicly distance herself from Amy, to issue a statement saying her sister acted independently. Lou hesitates, torn between ambition and loyalty. But the campaign manager pushes harder. It's either your career or her pride. Choose. That night, Lou walks alone through the barn, staring at the old photographs of her and Amy as girls. Muddy boots, wild laughter, sunlight in their hair. The weight of her choices presses down on her. She whispers, almost to herself, "When did winning start to feel like losing?" But there's no answer. Only the echo of hooves in the dark and the distant sound of wind moving through the fields. Meanwhile, Amy can't sleep. She walks outside again, under the same lights where it all began. The arena is empty now, but she can still hear the roar of the crowd, the whisper of doubt. She looks up at the stars, remembering Ty's letter, his words about the light that never dies. She realizes this isn't about performance or pride. It's about faith. Faith in herself, in Heartland, in the love that built this place long before politics and pressure ever touched it. In that moment, something powerful settles inside her. A decision. She will rebuild the arena, hold a charity event for riders in need, dedicated in Ty's name. No sponsors, no cameras, no headlines, just purpose, just truth. But she knows what that means. Standing against Lou's team, standing against the narrative they've created. It's not just a risk, it's war. And as the night deepens, both sisters find themselves staring out into the same horizon, hearts heavy, paths divided. The lights that once symbolized glory now flicker like warning signs. Two women bound by blood, separated by ambition, walking toward a collision neither can avoid. Because when family and pride collide under the lights, something always breaks.